Hey y'all, it's Gwen. I don't even know if you can hear me through this thing. I'm here to shake things up today. You still got a mask on? Huh? I'm here to tell you, we can see through the mask anyways, okay? Eyes are the windows of the soul. It's time to take this off so that people can see you, hear you clearly, sense you. I mean, these types of masks. This is one that's going to be worn over on this side. My partner's boys kind of wear this on Halloween, but I could barely breathe in that damn thing. But I had to wear it just for a minute to tell you all to take off the mask. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about in a metaphorical sense. It's time to think. It's time to shake things up. Today is the 19th. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm mixing it up a bit. I'm giving you a little bit of one of the oracle cards that I created with its message, and which is called Shake Things Up. And then I've got some cards for you for this reading today. So here's my oracle card that I created with in my big book of drawings here. I created this with Palo Santo, and absolutely love this image, right? Okay, it's just black and white, but it's so funny when I look at it now, like the bare chest here, and the only color on this piece is the breasts, the nipples, right? Okay, and it really does. She actually really does look like a radio receiver to me. Like it's that old movie. Like I think it was John Cusack in it. Back in the 80s, and like, tune in, Tokyo. She's got this beautiful skirt on that reminds me of, I don't know, it's very much like bird feathers. It's like peacock, okay? And the peacock is about dancing again through life. And, you know, tuning into your feminine energy is what's really coming out. Like, she looks like she's got horns and glasses on, okay? So, the horns, you know, talking about embracing your darkness, you know, we don't hide our darkness. It's where we find our power, you know. And let me talk about my notes too. This card's about movement, okay? Obviously there's a lot of movement in the card, in the skirt, interaction, okay? Movement around, energy around the head. This almost even looks like it's like a handle, like a receiver radio, you know, okay? Discarding outdated habits. And that's really how we can make huge changes for our future to be the new us. It's just these simple, small things, small tweaks, pivots, every day, living your truth, not just talking it, but walking it, you know, being bold and brave and courageous is coming through in her. Being comfortable in your own skin, exactly how you are. So you wear glasses, okay? So your tits sag a bit, right? Like, so your hair is crazy and wild. And you know, I had a moment the other day where I work from home, you know, and even when I do readings, I want to be really comfortable in what I wear, to just switch up at a moment's notice because I create art too. So like I wear a lot of sweats and sweatshirts now that it's getting a little chilly, and my hair is usually like it's washed, but I hadn't washed it for like a week, so it was getting pretty nappy, and I'm sitting outside, you know, and one of my friends comes by and they're like all really, really dolled up, you know, and they're like, oh, you just getting up? And I was like, no, actually I work from home and this is exactly the way I choose to look today. You know, all wild and crazy. I had on cheetah pants and a bright pink shirt, you know. And it was just I just stood up and spoke to it. Actually, no, this is how I prefer to dress, you know, and being comfortable with that and just moving on. You know, that's this, okay? And the peacock is very loud, right? It makes a lot of loud noise and splays their feathers beautifully, right? So be proud of who you are in this moment. Make some noise again, okay? Dance. Life is a dance. Move and release stagnant energy trapped in your body, okay? And embrace your nudity, embrace your sexual flow, feminine energy. You are a receiver, Tune and fine tune. You create your vibration. There is always a reason to celebrate. Be grateful for what you do have, okay? And I mean, if you continue to focus on the lack, the victim mindset, why are things not happening now? Why you're controlling things? Let go. Okay, allow things to flow to you. Focus on what you do have. What are you grateful for? Are you warm? Are you fed? I mean, really, you have to go back down to those basics of life, you know? I'm so grateful to know the people that I know. I'm so grateful for my friends and family. I'm so grateful for my breath. I'm so grateful for the forgiveness and love that I have in my heart. I am so grateful that I can forgive others. I am so grateful that I have released judgment. I am so become whatever flows out of your mouth, and keep it positive. Okay. That's why we have a full moon coming up. Okay. Tomorrow's the full moon in Aries. It's a time to release old ways. This is a beautiful gateway. I tuned into the liminal spirits today. Gateway is one of the 5 rights in my deck. This is the powerful time. Okay. All the planets are now direct. Pluto and Jupiter it is. Jupiter and Mercury both went direct, okay? And Jupiter is tied with success and being seen and power and that kind of thing, and luck and prosperity, and where it hasn't been open, that flow before, now you see clearly. Now you see to the center. There's only one path here, and it leads right to the center of the, what is your truth? This card is blue, okay? It's emotional healing, this beautiful gateway that's happening, okay? The paths are clear, right? And when you clear out the clutter, when you release old programming, when you process your emotions, okay? Spirit, this is clarified by Temperance and the 4 of Swords, okay? This gateway. Spirit said have patience. That's the Temperance card, okay? All in divine timing, right? Balancing happening within your life, and time to rest, recoup. I know we just got out of retrogrades. I've been telling you guys to rest, but through every stage and every transformation, every metamorphosis that we go through, and that's what the moth is here to tell us too, this death moth, the moth of, rebirth and transformation, that, you have to give yourself time in between these stages for your wings to become strong, for your legs. You know what I mean? Like your body is going through major transformation as the cells of your body, as we ascend to higher levels and frequencies of love. So time to tune and fine tune that, shaking things up, and these cards are working really well together. That's what happens. Meditate. Listen to solfeggio tones, beautiful music. What can you do to turn off the snake brain that sometimes blocks our own abundance, because we love to focus on what's in the 3D, right? I love to see people around me now, like picking up a pencil and just drawing, or, zoning out on coloring, or, those kinds of things are meditative practices too. It's not sitting in this pose and, that may be for some of you, but it's not for me. I know that my brain is not thinking about anything else when I'm creating my art. That's why I do it as much as I can. I like to be connected with spirit. I like to be in my feminine flow. I'm allowing the universe to love me. I see the magic in every moment. When you start taking care of your temple, start making it important in baby steps, okay? And rest is absolutely important, okay? We have been programmed that if we're not doing, then we aren't complete, whole, that we're a failure, that we're... like everybody else is ahead of us. Release constraints of time. The crystals here. Tune into some crystal magic. Okay, you are magic just like the crystal. There are many facets to this card, many facets to your situation, to this situation. Okay, you can even see clearly, like when you look inside this crystal, I almost see a little face inside here, a little body. It's like you seeing you and everything. That's what this healing's about, your connection with everything. We know that the crystals grow in earth, come from the earth, as do we, okay? They are powerful and magical healing stones, healing energy, the crystal, okay? And so are we. We are healers, okay? And that what's clarified, we clarified that with the Eight of Wands. And you can see these crows here up on high, okay? Ground, sometimes, well, let's see what this card has to say here. Sometimes we got to ground in our truth or take a higher perspective. Eight of Wands is a lot going on around you. Movement forward, like I said. But these crows are all sitting up on high. I keep wanting to say that. Taking to the sky, rapid growth, extreme intensity, coordination. Out of the weeds, they rise, their perch is shooting up into the sky in defiance of the brambles they grew out of. Between heaven and earth, they are noble birds ready to fly free. You feel an itch between your shoulder blades, and you could swear that trembling beneath your skin, ready to unfold and carry you into the clouds. Oh man, I gotta read this again. You feel an itch between your shoulder blades, and you could swear that trembling beneath your skin, ready to unfold and carry you into the clouds. You feel your own magnificent wings. Okay? Just see like all these brambles on the stakes down below, okay? All these the brambles in this deck are about the lower vibrations, that the obstacles that keep us trapped, that we think we can't overcome. And absolutely you can. It's about sitting on, know your truth and be grounded in that. But also, like, the birds go up on high, fly to the sky. Those birds, like the eagle and the larger blackbirds and the raven and the hawk, right? They go up on high when there's a storm, okay? Continue to send out your frequency, your healing energy, okay? This blue card, you've been through much healing, okay? And then the moth. I'm going to read to you. The moth has come out a couple of times over the last week. And so I really feel like it's important to read this time to you, the moth. I've got Milo playing in the background with something. Probably the mirror. So cat energy coming in now. Taking off the mask. See this little dude taking off the mask like I took off the mask for you to begin with? Of course, right? Girl, I don't know what you're getting into, but let's see. Oh, you play with Buddha? You play with Buddha? Okay, fine. Be playful. The flutter of the moth's wings brings on change, transformation, secrecy, and psychic development. The moth, in its caterpillar form, is all-consuming, rapidly growing and changing. In the pupa stage, the moth rests within its cocoon, changing from the inside out. And that's what's happening. We're changing from the inside out. And I told you that's why you need to do this rest, because your cells are changing. Like you're in that cocoon stage where you're goo, right? Okay. Then finally, when ready, the moth bursts free and flies off into the world. In this new form, the moth seeks to make its legacy by propagating the species, but it must be careful of false lights that could distract it from its goals completely. So beware of those wearing the mask. When you shine so brightly, too, you attract the moth, right? Okay? Newfound freedom can be amazing and it may make you feel emboldened to take greater risks than necessary. You may be more fragile than you realize because new wings need time to dry and build strength. Temperance is vital. It's easy to dismiss the little things as unimportant or unworthy of our attention, but they can collect over time if unchecked and cause a great deal of damage. Be vigilant and pay attention. There's a lot going on around you. Nine of Wands is what's clarifying that, and the Seven of Swords. Okay. This one almost looks like this big bird is stealing that creature. I don't know. We're going to have to go to the book on that one. Okay. So beware. Beware of your surroundings. Okay. You can see clearly. Absolutely. Because the veil has been lifted. Okay. When you're highly tuned into your intuition and your healing abilities, you're going to be able to see, you know, what people's struggles are too, right? Because we're all beautiful mirrors, right? You're going to see you and somebody else, and they're reflecting their stuff back to you so that you can see it, right? Stretches of growth and change should be followed by periods of rest and reflection. You don't have to be in constant motion. Give yourself a break to relax and absorb what has happened. Because a lot's been going on with this Nine of Wands. 2, a lot of energy being projected at you is the way I feel there. And there's those brambles again around the feet. And then we've got this Seven of Swords. Now, Seven of Swords to me, in most of the time in a reading, is about dishonesty, about stealing or dishonesty. Okay, so take a closer look. That Moth is saying, take off the mask. Let's see, the Seven of Swords. Can't believe they want me to read to you out of the book for this one too. Okay, I will. Clear wings swoop. The nimble beaks strike true. Your wings carry you as you raise your prize aloft. This is the victory your talents and skills afford you. Striking in shadows, moving unseen, playing by only your own rules and by no rules at all. There are those who shake their heads at your ways, but their approval doesn't feed you or your hatchlings. There's some cunningness, non-confrontational problem solving, thinking outside the box, and it also means theft, like I said. So, think outside of the box. Take your perspective to a higher perspective, okay? Then you'll become free from these brambles as well, because they're traps in the mind, okay? Are you not being honest with yourself? Take a look at yourself in the mirror. Is also that Seven of Swords. So, let's leave today with an affirmation. I hope you're all feeling good. I do feel really good. I feel like this full moon is just, I don't know, it's got a really beautiful energy. I've been watching it get fuller and fuller each night, and the energy is amazing. So, it's time to release. Do some rituals maybe. Write down all the things that you would like to release and let go of, okay? Maybe in a little piece of paper. Burn it in the fire. Be out underneath the moon, okay? Not just your crystals. You, okay? Make some moon water. Take a bath with your moon water, right? How I make moon water, I just set a glass jar outside, usually a couple of days before the full moon. I've got rose quartz in it and quartz, and that's it. And the moon does its magic, right? So be underneath the moon. Give your praise to the moon, okay? Ask the moon, boy, is Milo's knocking crystals down everywhere. My selenite bar that was charging all my crystals, she just knocked that off. It had an opal on it. What else is all over the floor? Girl, why don't you come up here and make your presence known? Come on. Everyone can hear you in the background. See, there's much going on in the background, okay? Even if you don't see it, trust. Okay, trust you are not alone. Trust everything's happening in divine timing. Okay, you're crossing into the light. That's what it says here. Oh, I love this. There's this bridge. Look at the color. Look at the brightness. Look at the sunshine. Okay. Today I face a new bridge that I must cross on my journey to inner transformation. Today, like every day, I will practice the laws of universal love. Thus, I will deal with the current situation in a positive way so that I continue to grow and evolve. As I cross this bridge on my way towards the light, I am reminded of the true meaning of life. Love! I'm not singing for you today. They wanted me to sing. I don't want to sing the Love Boat. Why you always tell me to sing the Love Boat? Like, I did watch that as a kid. The Love Boat and Fantasy Island. Oh, but I don't want to sing it again. I love you all. What's the underlying energy here? King of Swords. King of Swords, underlying energy. Okay. The King of Swords. Oh, is he so wise? Okay. And he has no problem speaking to anything. And it's like the art of diplomacy. This king. Okay. So, and he ain't afraid to cut out any kind of bullshit. And to speak his mind. Okay. So go forward with that with your underlying energy. I love you guys. I love you. Make sure you rest up. Do something special for you. How about some, we're moving it. We're moving it, right? We're moving out the stagnant energy. So some dancing underneath the moonlight. Oh, there's a dancing in the moonlight. That song. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Love you. Do all the things. Remember to reach out to me if you would like a personal private reading. I am still scheduling those. $33. Mwah.